Welcome, everyone, to a very special episode of Games Over Plastic. It's episode number 32, and again, I am hosting second straight week. I don't know what's going on in this universe, but this is a very special episode called Squad, and I will explain what that is. But as you can see, we are joined by two very special guests. The first time ever on this is the most people we've ever had on one episode. We have 5 total people here. I will introduce them. First up, we have Lord Flame from the Iron Lords. Lord Flame, how are you doing? One of the best writers in the business.
I don't know about best, but I'll take it. Thank you very much for having me, and I'm looking forward to the show.
Well, we're really happy to have you here. Next up, we have someone who is one of the best creators in the business himself, host of the Project Untitled Gaming Podcast, which is a working title, and the Dual Wielding Podcast. We have Don Otaku. Don, how you doing, bud?
Appreciate the hype and appreciate y'all for having me on. Looking to have a great time.
All right. And as always, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Hodge. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm in my second week of being sick, but I'm on the mend. So hopefully I'll be a normal person by next episode, but we'll see. I'm excited to do this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is weird having 5 people to look at, though.
Very different, very different. And then finally, we have the usual host, the Bucky's enthusiast himself. We have Midnight. Midnight, how are you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here. Shout out to Bucky's. Thank you for our guests for showing up. I've never played this squad game before, but sounds like it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am really excited. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I would love that if everyone could have fun with it. But before we get into Squad, we have to do our little preamble, little administration stuff. Just a reminder that Games Over Plastic is a bi-weekly podcast. You can follow us on X or Twitter, whatever you call it, at Game Over Plastic. That is at Game Over Plastic. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you really listen to podcasts. Leave us a review, leave us a rating. Even if you hate us, just tell us you hate us. That's fine. You can send a little write-in to us if you would like. It's really up to you guys. But yeah, so we are actually a little behind the scenes action. We're recording this like a week in advance. So we're going to actually skip our what we are playing section because it's really not going to change much. But before we do, I just want to ask Lord Flame himself. Flame, what are you playing right now? Just very, very briefly. What's one thing you're playing right now that's bringing you immense joy?
I don't know about joy, but it's Dark Souls 3.
Quite the opposite of joy, some would say.
Misery, but I love it.
Misery loves Dark Souls, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
And Dawn, what are you playing?
I'm actually replaying Metroid Dread to get me hyped for Metroid Prime 4. So,
God, I need to play Dread so bad. I was actually just talking to someone about like how much I need to play this game, but I know I'm gonna get. I refuse to use guides on Metroidvanias, so it's gonna take me like 30 to 35 hours to like try to 100% this game. But I need to play this. I played Metroid Prime 1 for the first time last year, and I couldn't believe how good it was.
oh yeah, it still holds up today. I'm actually going to that next. And Metroid Dread, it's pretty friendly when it comes to like guiding you through the experience compared to older Metroids. So I think you'll have less hard of a time than the previous ones.
I've never played Metroid in my life.
Yeah,
You want to know
I
how
know
you know
behind
I'm
you.
I know
how I'm a
someone
bad
who would
gamer?
be disgusted by that. Lord Metroid. He would not like that.
You can tell I'm a bad gamer because I have Metroid Dread and I couldn't make it out of the first room. I don't know if my game was glitched or I just don't know how to open doors, but I dropped it immediately. So I need to get back to it. It was because it looks like a gorgeous game. I love the 2D side scroller Metroidvanias. So
I was about to say, if it's just a small bug like that, just close and retry it. It's like a minute. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also bad at gaming, so you know.
Fair.
All right, we're going to get started with our episode, our game of Squad. So before we begin, I will explain what Squad is. Squad, you're basically building a 5 category squad here. So there will be 5 categories. Each of us will draft one particular thing that pertains to that category. Once a gaming franchise is drafted, though, that franchise is eliminated. So, for example, if the category was video game weapons and Midnight's like, you know what? I'm drafting the Needler because I love the Needler. Halo, the entire franchise, that includes Halo Wars, that includes Halo Reach. Come on, I don't know all the Halo games, guys. That
Curtain Assault.
includes yeah,
All the Halos.
all the Halos, even the beloved Halo 5.
What about the show?
That will be eliminated, the entire franchise. We all will have a chance at the number 1 pick, depending. I randomized the draft order for round 1, and then we're just gonna proceed to the left. So, meaning if you have the number 1 pick, in round 2 you will have the number 5 pick, etc. It's gonna be a great time, and you guys ready to get started to build your squad, and we'll let the audience vote on who has the best squad.
All right,
Yeah, it'll be me. Let's do this.
All right. So, round 1 of squad. The category is video game box art. So this is a very great way to open it up here. See who thinks they can select their. You can kind of interpret it the way you want. It could be your favorite box art. It could be what you think is objectively the best box art. Who knows? But first up on the clock, we have Don Otaku.
Yeah, as soon as you told me this was a category, one already popped to mind easily. Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh my god, no!
Kingdom Hearts 1 box art. It's amazing.
Dude, I was so close to actually picking that.
That 2D art style with everyone on the cover, the shadows, perfect. Unbeatable, honestly. Just saying.
The big moon in the background shaped like a heart. Yeah,
yes,
it's so good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
and that I love that. I fell in love with that box art when I first saw it, and I think it was my babysitter, and when I was in first grade, had an EGM magazine, and I remember seeing it in the EGM magazine and falling in love with it and being like, I need to know what this game is. Final Fantasy and Disney, let's go. And that box art is so iconic. I have a t-shirt with that on there. But you picking Kingdom Hearts eliminates it out of so many potential the song category.
That would have been one of my song choices too.
Got rid of Simple and Clean. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Great song.
It is a good song, actually. I like that song, even though I don't like Kingdom Hearts. Well, I've never played Kingdom Hearts, so I shouldn't say I don't like it.
All right, and I definitely think that I was actually thinking if Kingdom Hearts was still available, I was going to say Chain of Memories is my box art. I think Chain of Memories box art.
Chain of Memories was one of my. I was thinking about that one too because it's really good. Also,
I don't remember that one.
All right. Midnight, you're up with your pick for video game box art.
Yeah, I'm looking through some box art now, trying to figure it out because I'm doing a lot of this on the fly because I'm a loser. One that immediately came to mind. This is not the best box art. There's no way, but it was something that came to mind, and I might just go with it. Let me think here real quick. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll take the Avowed cover art.
Ooh,
Avowed art. That's a really good choice, actually.
It's a good looking art, so we'll go with that.
Yeah,
I would
like
say
that.
definitely for this generation, that is one of the best box arts that I've seen.
Dude, I've been using the dynamic background of the Avowed box art on my Xbox since it came out because it's just so beautiful. It is some of the best art. So
it's really cool artwork. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you picked Avowed. When I think about box art, I never even think about box art anymore when I buy a game or play a game. So
neither.
That I didn't even consider any game released since probably 2017, 2018.
Well, another one that I was considering, I don't know if I want to give. Well, yeah. Well, should I give considerations? You guys, no. You guys might steal my idea. Never mind. I don't want to. I don't want that people to vote for your team because of my awesome pick. You know what I mean? Have that.
Oh yeah.
I had another one that actually is probably better, honestly. But oh well, we'll go with
Well,
Avowed.
too late. Already, you're locked into Avowed. All right, Hodge, you're up with video game box art.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question before I go for mine because
The answer is 69.
yeah, so that's what I thought. All right. But no, can we do this is technically not like the official box art, but it was box art for the game. And so I'm just gonna ask because if it doesn't count, no one's gonna pick the alternate one. But if anyone remembers when BioShock Infinite came out, it had an alternate cover that was on the backside of the sheet.
Yeah, that
so you
counts.
could
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going with that. I'm gonna copy the image so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that's the box art I'm thinking of.
Oh.
And so you were able to swap it out from just Cooper or what the hell's his name?
Oh, that is
Which
a really
Actually, the normal cover was also pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
there was
that's-
two-
That's
there was-
pretty awesome.
Yeah, well,
Cooper
I don't
there's the
know.
one where there's just the one where it's like Cooper DeWitt or whatever, just standing there with a shotgun on his shoulder, and that one's fine. But there is the one where him and Elizabeth are falling, and he's reaching
Yeah,
for
that's the one
that
I was
one's
thinking of.
awesome. Yeah, that one's great. But I loved this alternate one. It's like the orange with the illustrative song, or what's it called, Songbird. And I just always loved that because, yeah, I remember when they announced it, everyone's like, "Oh, great, a generic white guy holding gun cover again," because that's like what all the 360 cover arts were that era.
Well,
it was
plus
just a guy
CD
holding a
Projekt Red
gun.
with Cyberpunk and Witcher
Mhm.
3 to a degree.
Yeah, so everyone always just made fun of like that's what it was. So they were like, "All right, here's the like you can take the sheet out of the case, flip it over, and this is what it was." So that's exactly what I did when I got it. I swapped it, and so that's the cover art for it. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. So I'm going with that one.
It's not bad.
I like
That came out at the time, and I remember that like around like 2013, 2012. There was like so many games came out with like the reversible cover art where you could take out the the cover and just flip it around. I remember that. Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
All right, BioShock Infinite. That's a game I need to play, considering how much I love BioShock 1 and 2.
Yeah, you do. What is
Oh,
your problem,
dude,
Sean?
it's so good.
I
It's
actually
on
think
par
Infinite
with
is.
BioShock 1.
It's
I think
amazing.
Infinite is definitely my favorite when it comes to the gameplay and story. I think the story in Bioshock 1 is still, like, that ending is still the best. But I think overall I enjoyed Bioshock Infinite more.
Yeah, the only reason I still rank BioShock 1 over Infinite is because Rapture is bar none the best setting in any video game ever. So that's really the only reason. But other than that, Infinite improves on everything with BioShock 1. That's for sure.
Well, and without spoilers, would you say Burial at Sea is probably the perfect
Oh.
send off for that
Oh,
game?
yeah.
Dude,
Okay, there you go. Thank
I've
you.
said
I
it
never
before
played
on the
that.
show. I've said it before on the show. Burial at Sea is by far my favorite DLC ever released. It's so good. I love it.
It's up there.
Yeah.
I'm one of the weirdos who enjoys BioShock 2 more than BioShock 1.
Well, the
I like
gameplay's
2.
better.
I like 2 a lot, but it's not better than 1. But I do like it a lot.
Yeah, the gameplay.
There are people who don't like 2.
I actually
don't
never
get it.
played Bioshock 2. I literally skipped it and went straight to Infinite.
I mean,
Oh, you
playing as a
should.
big
It's
daddy
good.
is a big thing. So
Yeah, it's fun. You play as the big daddy. You protect the little sister, whatever. It's cool. You should
I
play
played-
that, and you should play Infinite, Sean. So there you go.
I played 1 and 2 back to back in a span of like 4 days because I this is like August 2021. I played 1 and then like I just couldn't put it down. And the second I finished, I booted up 2. It's like I have to keep playing.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
And then school started again, and I didn't play Infinite. All right. Well, that's a great pick, Hodge. Flame, Lord Flame, you are up with your video game box art.
call me weird, Sean, and I'm probably taking away something from you. But the box art for Octopath Traveler 2, actually.
How did I know?
Oh, okay.
I just knew that he was gonna pick Octopath Traveler. I was gonna say it, but I was like, no, let me not ruin his moment. Man,
Hey.
I'm
That
glad
is a
I-
really good box art.
Yeah, the
Well,
box art's awesome.
Octopath Traveler 2's box art is just perfect. Like, everybody's sitting around like a bonfire at night, and Sean, you know the story implications of that, where it's kind of
Yep.
leading into something. It's just... it's so perfect. And whenever they used it for like the announcement trailer of that game, like you're actually able to, they kind of had it already around there, and then just take transitioned into that box art and made it just so memorable. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
What an awesome game! I'm so glad I beat that game recently. I loved it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So good.
I still
So
haven't got
good.
to it.
Shout out to Sean.
good.
Sean recommended it for me, and he was right. It was great.
That man could be
First-
Square Enix's best marketing team, considering they still need one. So
The first one kind of turned me off, but
I loved. I
me
loved
too.
the first one. I loved the first one too.
I've
No, me
heard
too. Me too,
two
Don. I
improves
dropped
on
the first
everything.
one, and 2 is awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get to it eventually.
Midnight, you think I'm a huge Octopath guy? Flame is bigger than me with Octopath. He's like the number one Octopath fan I know.
Well, I didn't beat the super boss, so he would probably.
Yeah, he's
oh no
probably
no no
slander
no
me.
no!
Yeah.
Sean beat the Super Boss. I still can't. I'm not that good.
oh my
I
god.
didn't. I gave up. I gave up after one try. He destroyed me so thoroughly and so quickly. I was just like, yeah, nope, not gonna.
It's
Nope, I'm
it's
out.
humiliating. He
It
humiliates
wasn't
you.
even close. Anyway,
All right. Well, Octopath is off the board. All right, that is going to be the final pick of the box art section goes to me, and I have to go to my beloved Legend of Heroes Trails series. We're going Trails of Cold Steel 4. I will link this box art below because I know probably none of you have ever seen this box art.
I think I actually have, but I don't remember it.
I always hear about the Legend of Heroes series, but I've never played one.
I
oh
absolutely
god,
love
he won't stop talking about this.
I'm gonna play the remake, and that's where I'm gonna start my journey on Trails.
Oh, I like
Legend of
this
Heroes, I
box
should
art,
say.
Sean.
Oh, you do? All right. I'm trying to copy it right now. I can't figure it out. I don't know if you guys want to look it up. You
People
guys.
just Google it. Trails of Cold Steel
Yeah.
4.
So this 4 box art is awesome because 4 is the the finale of the Cold Steel the Cold Steel era of the Trails games, and on the box art it has a combination of the original Class 7 and then the new Class 7, and it features 2 of my favorite characters in the series, in Reen and Fee. I absolutely love them, and then you have the mechs in the background. It really 4 is there's very very much high stakes. There's a lot of high stakes going on in this game, and the box art really captures that because. You have them all out there with their weapons, and it really just sets the tone for what I think is the best Cold Steel game, and that is very controversial opinion because 4 has a lot of people say 4 has really really high highs and really low lows. I think it's consistent across the board, but this box art is awesome. Really sets you up for a great, great time, great experience. Shout out to Reen, shout out to Fee, and I cannot wait for the remake of Sky 1 and the new one they just announced, which is a sequel. It's the finale of the Calvard Republic. It's the sequel to Daybreak 2. I cannot wait. Hodge, I know you're dying for some more Trails love, right, Hodge?
Oh yeah, you know it. You know it. That's all I think about when I go to sleep.
Hodge, you should play Tits 1 with me when it comes out. We could both
long-
experience this franchise.
How long are these games?
How long is Trails 1, Sean?
Too long.
Trails 1's not too bad. It's like, well, it depends. Like, if you want to do everything, and the remake, I'm sure it will be longer because it's fully 3D. I don't know, maybe like 30, 40 hours. It's one of the shorter ones.
Oh, okay, that's not
would-
bad. I was
would
expecting to be like, it's
30,
not
40
too
is one
long.
of
It's
the
like
shorter
85.
It's
Yeah,
34 hours on how
Yeah,
long.
no,
Yeah.
that's the Tales series. Oh, it's not that bad. It's like 80 hours. You're good.
I don't know. I beat Tales of
Listen.
Arise in like 40, so maybe you guys just take too long.
I've never.
like 80 hours just to beat the main story.
I want to
Yeah.
get to a Tales game one day. I've never played one of them. I want to.
Dude, Tales of Exilia, I'm telling you. Tales of Exilia.
Can't wait. For them
What
to
about
remake
what about
that.
Arise? What about Berseria?
Arise isn't bad. I don't think it's. I think it's good. It's not too bad, but I think Exilia is the peak of the series. I think.
I
Exilia
would
won.
put it top 3 for me. Arise. Zilia is up there also.
I've heard a lot of people recommend Berseria because it's supposed to be like a dark and edgy story.
It was alright.
Anyway,
I'm not the biggest fan.
John's making a face, so I'm not going to start with that one.
I don't really like this area.
Okay.
But All right, so to recap, we had Don Otaku chose Kingdom Hearts 1 for his box art, Midnight chose Avowed, Hodge chose Bioshock Infinite, Flame, Octopath Traveler 2, and myself, Trails of Cold Steel 4. So all of those franchises are off the board. All right,
I got to be
moving
objective
on.
and say that I have like probably one of the worst picks in this round. I got to make it up.
No, dude, that's
I mean-
gorgeous art. What are you talking about, man?
It
The
is.
game might not be as good as
Bioshock
some of
is
these other
better.
ones, but
Octopath is better. Trails is better. Like
whatever. Really
Notice he
quickly
didn't
before we
say
move
Kingdom
on,
Hearts 1.
I didn't say Kingdom Hearts now.
I love
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 1. That box art's great. But before we move on, I want my alternate, if Infinite One hadn't counted, was Resistance Fall of Man. That
Oh my
even though
gosh, I was
with
thinking
the-
that one.
Yeah.
even though I don't
Skull.
care about that game, that art is so good. Like the alien skull in the helmet, it's so good.
Oh yeah,
And what-
Oh, that is good. Wow.
And
My
what is a shame
alternate-
about that? A shame about that is Resistance 2 and Resistance 3 box art are horrendous compared to Resistance. Resistance 3 is awful. The box art is terrible.
Yeah, the Resistance art just so good. That first one, but yeah. Anyway,
my
Alright.
alternate was going to be Dragon Age Origins. There's something clean about that white
Ooh.
background with the red dragon, and then in the dragon you can
Yeah.
see the dude with the sword and stuff. Yeah, it's cool.
So good.
All
I
right,
was
go ahead, Sean.
thinking Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, Tears of the
Um,
Kingdom has good box art, yeah.
It does.
yeah, both of those games have gorgeous art. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Those are both beautiful
Yeah.
box arts for sure.
Iconic.
I think the Japanese box art for the Legend of Zelda games is
Yeah.
much better than the American.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
I was
if you
literally
look
gonna
at-
say the Japanese
Yeah.
one to be specific.
yeah.
Like if you look at, like I was considering Wind Waker Japanese version of the Wind Waker because I think it's awesome. Flame, did you have any alternates you want to throw out there?
Not really. I mean, aside from maybe Octopath 1 or maybe Triangle Strategy. Because
I was like, he's gonna pick some Team Asano game, like for sure. It was gonna
they
be.
cook with their artwork, man. I'm sorry. They really cook.
Yeah.
Well, it's that beautiful painterly look. It's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get to round 2. We have for the category single player level / mission. So here we go. First up, first pick in round 2, we got Midnight. Midnight, you got
Wait.
boatloads to choose from. Here you
Can
go.
I, can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
Does this include? Why is my camera zooming in?
I thought that was you.
Back up.
I thought that was you.
You know, my ops bot. I don't know what's wrong with him. He has a mind of his own sometimes. So, does this include boss fights, or is this just the level not including the boss fight?
No, that includes the boss. You can include the boss fight in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So, all right, Midnight, you're up.
I am. And this is where I'm going to make up ground. This is where I'm going to have a very strong pick. So, picture this. It's 2007. You're sitting on the couch, Xbox 360 or PS3 controller in hand. You're crawling on the ground in the tall grass as tanks and soldiers walk past you in a ghillie suit. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, all ghillied up, that mission where you have to crawl through the grass, you have to sneak and take out the people, you have to infiltrate this building and get up onto the roof, and then you have to take that infamous sniper shot that's like a mile away, and you have to really arc it and angle it and take out the enemy leader or whatever. What an awesome mission. You put it in the wrong category. I'm not Don Otaku.
Yeah, I know. My bad.
Come on now.
Yeah, so it's called
All ghillied up.
Yep, COD 4.
COD
Iconic.
4. What an iconic, amazing mission. I replayed that so many times. Like the whole thing is a masterpiece. Like it's tense. It's awesome. Lining up that shot because it's a difficult shot. You have to account for the wind and the distance and stuff. And then when you hit that headshot, ooh, very satisfying.
You can say all you want about Call of Duty today, but the first few like Xbox 360 Call of Duty campaigns were amazing. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, all of those campaigns were amazing for their time.
My pick was so good that Hodge literally got up and went to go play it right now. So.
I'm so angry right now. I knew it was gonna get taken, but I'm still so fucking angry that you took it.
Are you serious? Nice.
It's the greatest level in video game history.
It's
God.
really good. And of course, well, there's one more awesome, iconic Call of Duty one, of course, with no Russian. But this one was a lot more fun. And
Yeah, I think that was good.
Less
I think,
controversial.
no
Unless-
Russian is more shock value than it like.
not fun.
Yeah.
Just shocking.
little less genocide-y.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
my
never
pick.
played this. Never played it.
Sean, Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, I was 11 years old and I was playing JRPGs.
Based.
Get some help, man. Get some help. All right. Hodge,
No,
you're
let
up,
him cook.
sir.
Hodge, you're up. Your single player level.
Dude,
I've
there's only
literally-
one in the history of gaming that's been taken. You got so many to pick from.
I know. Well, because my other one was from BioShock, but I forgot. I literally just took BioShock. All right, I'm gonna go. This isn't really like a campaign, but it is a level.
That's
Huh?
fine.
Okay,
fine.
then Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road.
Is what I'm
Ooh.
going with.
Okay.
I'll give it to him. That's a good pick. Really good.
Would that be single player?
Yeah, I'll include that because you can do single player and that could be single player or multiplayer. I'll give him that though.
Okay.
So specifically the Mario Kart 64 version.
Yeah,
Hodge,
getting
you
that
ever
when
do
you're
the
going down
thing-
the hill, trying to make that jump.
Yep. Yep. Okay. I was literally about to ask you that. Yes. That also has that also features like the chain jumps coming at you when you're driving, and it has the iconic like the pictures in the sky. Like I loved looking at it as a kid. That was awesome. Unfortunately, Mario Kart 64 does not hold up at all today.
Oh,
You're
I
high.
know because so me and my girlfriend, we literally had a stint where we were playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again, like a couple months ago, and we were heavy into it. And she hadn't played Mario Kart literally since Mario Kart 64, and since she was bad at the game, Mario Kart 8, she would always say, "Oh, Mario Kart 64 is just way better. Like I would beat you in Mario Kart 64," and I was like, "Okay, we can boot it up right now. I have two N64 controllers, the classic editions, and everything. Let's play." That game is, especially on 150cc, it was completely annoying. I did not enjoy any time with that game. I was like, man, was this game always this unfair? Like it's a totally different beast from Mario Kart 8 today.
Even Mario Kart Double Dash is so different than that.
Oh yeah. I'm not the biggest Double Dash fan, but
Neither am I. I'm not either. I think it's
I
extremely
actually was,
overrated.
if anything, I was always a Mario Kart 64 over Double Dash kind of guy. But then when I went back to Mario Kart 64, I was like, I think I might have been wrong.
All right. Good. All right. Hodge, gun to your head. You pick one character from Mario Kart. Who you being? Gun to your head.
Yoshi. Oh, wait, are we
All
talking OG or in general?
And in general.
Then Shy Guy. Shy Guy's always been my favorite. I don't know why. I just love his little mask and stuff. But in 64 is Yoshi, but Shy Guy overall.
All right. Next up, we have Lord Flame for your single player level / mission.
I'm gonna hate myself for doing this because this is gonna knock off my multiplayer part, but I have to. It's the mission Exodus from Halo Reach. It's the mission after
my
Yeah,
Halo
yeah,
Reach. My Halo Reach is gone now.
well, Halo in general is gone now, so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, because
But-
I would have been first with freaking multiplayer, and I was gonna go Lockout in Halo 2. So, damn
I knew
it.
you'd pick that would be what Claire's pick was. She told me that lockout.
Lockout.
But Flame, go on. Yeah.
But anyways, Exodus is the mission following, you destroying the Covenant ship in orbit after going into space. And I can't really spoil all that is, because I don't know if anybody's hasn't played Halo Reach, but you should. But it's just the thing of like how it opens, where you're kind of like seeing the thing just like destroyed, entering a city that's under siege, and then being like that last hope for the people there. It's just like we talk about how Halo Infinite and even Halo 4, how they kind of brought back Chief to be kind of like that spark of hope for all
Mm-hmm.
of humanity in the UNSC. That one mission kind of solidifies that entire feeling, and it's one of the reasons why I love Halo in general. So
It's a great pick. It's a
yeah,
really good pick, actually. Yeah, like Halo Reach. I was joking about around earlier. I love Halo a lot. I didn't play him for the first time till 2020. But that Reach campaign is awesome, and I love that mission. That
it's
was on my pick. That was gonna be my pick.
it's one of the only games from like the 360 era. Like Halo 4 is kind of modern still, but like Halo Reach, I think aged the best visually and gameplay wise. I don't know why it is. It's so timeless. It's just so good. I don't know how they did it back then.
So I was literally picking between Silent Cartographer on Halo 1 or the final mission of Halo Reach without spoiling it. If you know, uh, all
No,
you have to
it's,
know is that your mission objective was to fight and
yep,
or survive. It was survive. I can't remember which one, but
it's
yeah,
Survive.
yeah, it was. I was gonna pick one of those, but now Flame has ruined that for me, as he
Sorry,
does a lot of
guys.
things in my life.
He's a new writer and I'm an editor, so I'm going to ruin a lot of things for him.
All right, next up is myself, and I'm going to take it very differently here. We have, well, not very, kind of following a little pattern. We have like a nice first person shooter, then a little lighthearted level from Hodge, and then another first person shooter. I'm going a little lighthearted, or some might say this is not lighthearted because people might have died a lot in this mission or this level. That is The Lost City from Crash Bandicoot 1. This is a giant level. You can get the green gem on this game. This was the infamy of my childhood because I spent so long trying to beat this level without dying and getting all the boxes. Um, this level is just gorgeous. I love the like the sunset. You're climbing this. You're going through this like lost, abandoned city. Basically, the platforming is extremely difficult, especially for Crash One with its like wonky kind of landing zones. Um, I just really love the artwork in it. I love the enemy design. You have the bats flying from both sides, and in order to destroy the bats, you have to kill both sides. You have like the jumping chameleons. You have the boxes that go that the walls that push in and out, and you have to like follow the pattern. And sometimes they try to trick you. I absolutely love this level, and I know so many people it's so difficult for them, but doing this level and getting all the boxes and beating it without dying is so satisfying, and I just love it. And I love I mean, people here have heard me on this who've listened to the show have heard me talk how much I love Crash Bandicoot, and Crash Bandicoot 1 is such a good game. And the Lost City is my favorite level in the entire Crash franchise. So the Lost City, Crash Bandicoot.
It's a really good
Nice.
pick. And
as
just
as
the way,
in, oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say, like, the way you're describing it just kind of makes me remember just how far we've come in streamlining platforming games because Crash Bandicoot did not care at all. You're going to learn, and you're going to do it right, or you don't do it at all.
Learn through failure. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Crash Bandicoot 1 right there. And it's crazy how much better Crash 2 felt in only a year, which is like insane to me.
Yep.
As a
But,
Nintendo guy, I'm like wired to hate Crash Bandicoot. It's just not it's in my DNA that I just do not like that franchise
Listen,
whatsoever.
I'm a Nintendo guy too, and I still love Crash.
There's something about it that just always irked me since the day that I first played it because I had an N64. I did not have a PlayStation growing up. And my cousin, who lived across the street from me, he had the PlayStation. So we would always go over each other's houses and play. But the first 3D platformer I played was Super Mario 64. Got it with my N64. So when I played Crash Bandicoot, there was always something off because it was like I was playing a 2D platformer that just happened to be in 3D space versus it being that open 3D
Yeah.
platformer experience that I was used to, and I was always like, why can't I just go wherever I want? That was always the thing with me in Crash Bandicoot. And ever since then, I've just always held a grudge. So yeah,
All right.
but I did beat Crash Bandicoot 1 when the trilogy came out. So
Good man. Good man.
it's not because I suck at it, like some people. Would.
All right. Next up, final pick of the second round, single player / level mission. We have Don Otaku.
Ooh. All right. I have to. Okay, so it's missions. It's levels.
Mm-hmm.
So I was picking between two, and I don't know, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the classic, and that's Majora's Mask, the Stone Tower dungeon,
Ooh, that's great.
the Stone Tower dungeon.
Zelda
That
is off the
is
board now.
yes, but that is the greatest classic dungeon in Legend of Zelda. Like easily, not even close, the best one for me. My second choice was gonna be the Eventide Island mission in Breath of the Wild, where you're stranded on an island and you lose all of your items, you lose all of your equipment, and you have to basically start from scratch on this island. And there's like all these high level enemies everywhere, and you're kind of like building your way until you are able to take out all of the bosses and then complete the puzzle to get off of the island. That is up there for me as well. Like that moment in Breath of the Wild was pretty amazing also. So yeah, those are my. But Stone Tower is the one I'm picking. I feel like that one is iconic.
I had debated a dungeon from Ocarina of Time, which is my favorite Zelda game, because there's so many. Obviously, everyone knows the iconic water temple, but like,
Yes.
there's just Zelda has so many great areas in its in like the franchise history. There's so many iconic. Because I was thinking like the kind of the temples in Breath of Wild, how you have to like you're basically inside the creatures kind of thing, working with the creature. Like it's they're so cool. I love that. I need to replay. I need to try Majora's Mask. I've actually that's the one I've fallen off so many times because I'm not good at the time thing. I'm just horrible at it. So I'm like I might have to use a guide a little bit just to not keep failing it because of the time limit. But yeah, I need to try that one again.
And one day, I know I'll play Legend of Zelda. One
Yeah,
day.
you
I
need
know.
to.
You haven't
Yeah.
played any of them?
I have not.
Oh my gosh!
You know,
Good.
I was never that big of a Legend of Zelda fan until like I liked them, but I never saw them as like, oh, these are like the greatest franchise, like one of the greatest franchises of all time. Until like Breath of the Wild, that was the first time I was like, wait, this might be one of the greatest games I've ever played. I never even put it in a top 5 for me as a Nintendo franchise until Breath of the Wild came out.
Yeah, I've told the story on here before, but I actually I never owned an N64 growing up. I just would play like Mario Kart at friends' houses and stuff like that. But so I bought a 3DS in I think like 2015 or 2016 just because I wanted one, and that was actually the first time I played Ocarina of Time. So at the time I was like, is this going to be one of those games that like nostalgia makes people think like, oh, it's so great? But then I played it, and I was like, no, this game's genuinely amazing. Yeah. Like. It holds up so well. Obviously, like I said, it had the quality of life improvements a little bit on the 3DS version as opposed to an N64 version. But I'm like, this game is still a masterpiece. Like it holds up so well, and yeah, Zelda is definitely it deserves the praise it has for sure.
Mm-hmm. I didn't play Majora's Mask, so I don't know.
So good. It's so good. The Stone Tower dungeon is my favorite dungeon in Majora's Mask. But I was also considering a dungeon, and it was from my favorite Zelda game. Well, my favorite 3D Zelda game. I was thinking with the Forsaken Fortress, the second time you visit it from Wind Waker. I absolutely love that. I just love that whole fortress. Sneaking around, not trying to get caught. It's so much fun.
That one
And
also
the
came
art
to
style,
mind.
yeah. All right, so that is round 2 over. Just to recap, we had for our single player level / mission, we had Midnight picking all gillied up from COD 4. Hodge picked Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64. Lord Flame picked Exodus from Halo Reach. I picked The Lost City from Crash Bandicoot 1. And Don Otaku picked The Stone Tower Dungeon from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Good picks.
Yeah, some good franchises off the board now too.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Unfortunately,
getting harder.
Sweating a little bit.
All right, round 3. We have multiplayer maps.
Fuck.
So your favorite multiplayer maps.
I
And
and I
first up,
ruined so much of it because I
And
picked
yeah,
Halo.
Halo and Call
I
of
just
Duty
realized that
map is already bad. It's so
Yeah,
bad now.
I cucked myself by taking Call of Duty. Now I can't take like Raid or whatever from Black Ops 2 and
Rust,
Damn it.
Shipment,
No
God.
Blood
Crash.
Gulch,
Son of
no
a
Hang 'em
bitch.
High.
All right, let's just skip this topic. Let's move on.
Yeah, Blood Gulch is gone. Yeah,
I ruined it. I'm sorry, guys.
It's so tough. Yeah, but
It's
I did
over.
think of one, and because I'm up first, right?
yes, Hodge, you are.
Yeah. So I did think of one because I was all of my favorite multiplayer games are off the board basically, but I do remember one that I loved when I was growing up. As I said, I didn't own an N64, but I played a lot of this, and that is Facility from GoldenEye.
You son of a bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, GoldenEye does not hold up today, but back in the day, it was awesome, and I remember just this was the iconic like GoldenEye map
Awesome.
for me. It's so fun, and so yeah, I'm going with that.
That's a good win.
Really good pick.
Never played it.
Same.
Slappers only, man.
All right. So, all you people who wanted to pick that GoldenEye game from the PS2 era, sorry, it's off the board.
Well, I think this would take off the entirety of 007 games, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
No more. No more 007.
I have an
All
ace up my
right.
Not
sleeve.
that I can think of any other
I know,
007
I
maps.
can't
Yeah. Although the one that IO Interactive is working on could be good. We'll see in like 3 years.
When we do this game again in 3 years, we'll decide.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Flame, you are up.
Are you sure you want to do that? Because I pick all the big franchises for some reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really, really upset if I don't think you're gonna pick the franchise I'm thinking of. So
I hope
I'll be
not.
upset if you do.
I don't think anyone's picking mine either. I could be wrong.
I can't even think of one myself.
I'm gonna narrow it down even worse then. Gridlock from Gears of War 3.
That's iconic, yeah.
God.
I'm sorry, it's not necessarily my favorite map ever, but it's one of the best looking ones ever. Where you just have, it's just like a piece of like road, but you have all the ash bodies and everything like that. And I remember in Gears of War 3 where there's just, I'm sorry. There's this Easter egg where it's like if you're on horde mode and you kill, or it's like either multiplayer or horde mode, where if you do like a round but without destroying a single body, you hear like the Mad World track starting to play a little bit, and
That'd be awesome.
it's just so good. And God, they had it going on in that game, man. But yeah, that's my pick, Gears of War, and I just took that whole thing off the board for y'all.
Good pick. Good pick.
As a PS3 kid who didn't have a 360, that Gears of War commercial, the original Gears of War commercial, was
Oh, yeah.
iconic. I freaking loved it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insanely good.
And E-Day brings
Yeah.
back a lot of feelings too.
Yeah, I'm
It's
looking.
like,
I am looking forward to E-Day.
Yeah, people don't realize how huge Gears of War was back in the day in the 360 era. That franchise was on par with Halo in popularity.
yep.
That was I loved Gears of War. I still have to play 4 and 5, but I love the original
They're
trilogy.
good. I think 4 and 5 are good. I think
They're pretty good. I
4
think
gets overhated.
5's one of
Yeah.
the best looking games I've ever played in my entire life, especially
Yeah.
that DLC they made for it.
Mm.
Yeah, I was with Gears. I was definitely like on the PS3 train. I fell for the cell processor marketing. I was like, bro, this is about to be the greatest looking hardware. Like we're about to see the greatest looking games. Game Informer had hyped me up. I was like, yeah, bro, this is about to be amazing. Then I saw the Gears of War E3 that E3 presentation, and I was like, PS3 don't have anything like they don't have anything that looks like this. I was like, okay, I'm getting a 360, but then once the price dropped, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting a 360.
360 was the greatest console ever made, in my opinion.
Yep.
I'd say it was
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Definitely top
Yep.
3 for me.
It was so good. It's such a
Yeah.
vibe, such a
Give me
moment.
PS3. We had Lair. Control with controller.
PS3 was ass. All they had was some
Oh.
great exclusives, but the console itself was not.
I got a PS3 super late, like
I did like the controller too. on the PS3.
2011. I got the PS3 finally,
Yeah, I got it in
and
2010.
Day.
it was really
Launch
just to
day.
play the JRPGs, but for me, like the games that people like told me about, the Last of Us and Uncharted, I just did not vibe with them. But the JRPGs were pretty hot. Tales of Exilia, obviously, amazing.
All right. Well, great pick, Flame. Great pick.
You're
All
welcome.
right, next
Sorry,
up
guys.
is me, and luckily, I have my franchise still on the board, and I am taking Temple from Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So, yep, this is this was introduced in the Super Smash Brothers Melee game as Hyrule Temple. It was rebranded as just Temple in Smash Brothers Ultimate, and this is just an iconic map. I have so many memories of going to the lower area down below
And then
and just
just
all four of you. Yep, all four of you just beating the crap out of each other.
Oh,
I
madness.
absolutely love this. Yep.
I was
99 lives. Me and my sister used to play I remember almost every Saturday morning when we were kids on Melee. 99 lives, just me and her going down there and just beating the crap out of each other, seeing how much damage we could get up to. And then to this day, like Temple is like one of the iconic maps that's always constantly in the rotation of maps we pick when we play Smash Brothers, because I still play it all the time to this day. I freaking love Smash Bros. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, and Temple right there is my favorite map. I came really close to picking a very controversial map, and it's one of those maps you either love or you hate, and that is Poke Floats from Melee.
That's literally what I was about to pick. I was gonna
Let's
pick
go!
Poke Floats.
Oh my
Floats,
god,
one of the
you
only
ruined
maps,
Dawn. Yes.
one of the only maps that has not been brought back yet is Poke Floats. I freaking
Yeah.
love that. I also controversial. I was thinking about Rainbow, the Rainbow Cruise that they brought back for Ultimate,
Yeah.
from Melee to Ultimate, and that a lot of people either love it or hate it. There's so many good Smash Bros. Maps. Like, I mean, obviously, Battlefield, Final Destination, but I had to go with Temple.
Now I'm lost now. I was like, no one's gonna pick Smash.
Oh, freaking
Okay.
love
Choice.
Smash Bros.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I've never played Smash either. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
get out of here.
What's
I've
going
played
on?
enough. No, listen, I've played enough hours of Smash Bros. For probably everybody. I've played.
Yeah, you make up for me.
I
I might be up there. I'm not gonna lie.
I've put thousands of hours into Ultimate, thousands of hours into Brawl, thousands of hours into
Brawl
Melee.
was
Smash
definitely
4 for Wii U.
thousands. Wii U, Smash 4, Wii U, and Smash 4 3DS, thousands.
So
But I
many.
will say I didn't get into it until Brawl, so you might got me beat.
Let me guess. You guys use the was it the GameCube controller?
No,
Of course.
I'm not a GameCube. I never liked the GameCube controller for anything actually. So
Most
I
Smash
use-
people seem to love that one. Yeah.
yeah.
So I use the GameCube controller, but I don't have a problem with using I'll use a Pro controller. Heck, when I was playing Brawl for the first time, I wanted to experiment, so I used the Wiimote sideways, which is objectively the worst way to play that game.
All right, so you're gonna hate me because that is my preferred way to play Smash.
Oh my god, the
So-
jumping in that is so bad. It's so bad.
So when I moved to the Wii U, I had a Pro controller, I had the Wii U gamepad and everything. I still only use sideways Wiimote for like from Brawl to Smash 4. I was sideways Wiimote the entire time, and I loved it. It was just so
Pro controller is
simple. It
good
just
to use
works.
though on the Switch version. On
It
Ultimate,
just works.
Pro controller is great.
It just works.
John, who do you like? Who's your main in Smash? You got to pick one player.
Okay, if we're talking Ultimate, it's because I don't have a main, but if I'm my favorite to just play with at any, like, my first pick is always going to be Ganondorf in Smash Ultimate.
Okay.
Because I just love how he plays. He's a mix of Ike, who was one of my favorites in the previous games, and well, he was always like a Captain Falcon kind of clone, but they kind of mixed my two favorite characters, and I was like, yeah, this is perfect.
Okay. For me, for Smash 4, for Ultimate and Smash 4 is Dark Samus. Like, I love Dark Samus. Absolutely. But before that, it was always Yoshi. Like, Yoshi, I was always the Yoshi guy. Going back to that.
I was
Melee.
Kirby main until I was a Kirby main all the way up until Ultimate. Like, Kirby was my main, and then now it's Ganondorf. But then I know Ganondorf isn't like the best for certain people, so I have. Why am I forgetting the character's name? From Fire Emblem, the newer, like the Three Houses.
Robin?
No, Three Houses. The one with the axe, the bow and arrow,
Yeah.
spear. I keep forgetting the name. Violet. Yeah,
Violet. Yeah,
Violet. Violet
yeah.
is my other main.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I like using Cloud too, but that's more for nostalgia because I love Final Fantasy VII. But I don't think he's that good. He's not. I don't think he's that good to use. I just like using him for fun.
Yeah.
It's Cloud,
Right.
so.
Whoa.
No, I mean, like, it's Cloud. You have to use, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry. Lay off me.
All right. Well, moving on. Don, you're up for a multiplayer map. I apologize for stealing Smash Bros from you.
Good luck, dude.
I haven't had time to think about this now, but I've come up with a cheat. I've come up with the greatest cheat. It came to me when Midnight picked his. And this is my cheat.
Okay.
My multiplayer map is gonna be Felicity from Perfect Dark, which is literally a remake of Facility from GoldenEye.
I was gonna say it has the same similar name.
Oh, that was Hodge's pick. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Hodge. Okay, that was Hodge. My bad.
Wow.
So yeah, and you know, Facility was an amazing pick, right? But Perfect Dark was objectively the better game, and the Felicity map was objectively better as well. So it's a different franchise, same creators, same map.
That's the hack right there. That's the hack. He
You know,
broke the game.
I'm just gonna steal his pick, but just a better version of it. So
Damn.
Felicity, Perfect Dark.
There you go.
Wow. You broke the game. I didn't even think about it. I thought I had everything. I had my bases clear when I said, eliminates the franchise, but I didn't even think about that.
Yep. All right. Good stuff.
Technical. Got it on a technical.
All right. So I'm up next, and I have a really good one. I thought of something really good. All right, guys. So my pick, and I'm actually really shocked that this franchise has not been taken yet. Like, blown away. How did we miss this? But I am going to go ahead and go with Aqua Blast Adventures from Foam Stars. No, I'm kidding. Joking. Not a real pick.
Lock it in.
Not a real pick. No. Foam Stars.
Already wrote it. Sorry.
No, honestly, my actual pick is going to be Dust 2 from Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Counter-Strike. It's in like every Counter-Strike game. Dust 2 is the most iconic map in that franchise. You've probably seen it. It's just very gray, but it's very awesome. I have played this many times. I played a lot of CSGO. Really fun, very balanced map. And I don't know what else to say about it. I was tempted to go with a different one, but I forget what it was called. I think it was Mirage, which is probably a better map, but I went with Dust 2 because it's more well known. So
I just thought of one, and now I'm sad.
what was yours going to be?
I don't remember the
We
name,
all gone.
but the League of Legends map, like I forgot which one it is. I have to look it up, but I just when you said Counter-Strike, I was like, oh, I just kind of just did not even think of any of the PC like heavy multiplayer games, and I was like, bro, League of Legends,
like
how
Overwatch
did
or something.
yeah, like that would have been a good one. But
I had almost thought of going with one of the maps from Fortnite because if you guys, obviously you guys don't know, I played Fortnite basically from like the beginning up until. Well, I still hop in occasionally, but there's so many good maps from that. That I was like, I could have gone with a Fortnite one. But then
Summoner's
I
Rift,
thought of,
that's what it's called.
okay.
I've heard of that. I've heard of Summoner's Rift. And I don't even play League, so that's how you know it must be an icon.
I was forced to play League. So. my girlfriend, she's a League player,
Oh
and
no.
I had to play with it. Same with Fortnite actually, but then unlike League, I actually ended up enjoying Fortnite. So
Yeah, Fortnite's fun as hell. The only reason I know anything about League is because, well, one, Arcane. It's an amazing show, but my younger brother also plays League, so he filled me in on all the lore while we were watching the show.
Is Arcane over? Like, are they not making more?
So is Arcane is over, but they're gonna move on to. It's gonna have a different subtitle, but it's gonna be the same storyline.
It'll be like an
They're just gonna be
anthology
going to
thing.
a different continent.
Is
Or,
Jinx
yeah.
going to be in it still?
No,
Are we going to find out about Jinx? Okay.
most likely there's probably gonna be a few recurring characters, but it's gonna be a completely different cast of characters on a different continent.
Okay. Well, I trust them. If it's the same
they have
team,
a-
I trust them.
They have a lot to live up to, though, because that show was incredible.
Yeah.
It was good.
They teased, like, if you watch the finale of Arcane, there was definitely a tease of where they're going next and who's gonna be the main antagonist, protagonist. You never know with because
It's going to be George, isn't it? I bet it's George.
So
Up the
yeah,
jungle?
they kind of teased where they were going next, and I'm excited. My girlfriend filled me in on all the lore and everything. She was like, "Yeah." So she was like, "Yeah, the crow important. Every time you see a crow, that's the most like that's actually symbolic of who's coming next." I was like, "Yeah, I would have never even guessed any of that." So
Nice. Very nice.
All right. So that was round 3. Again, multiplayer map to review. First pick was Flame. He chose Gridlock from. No, it was Hodge Facility from. Yeah, you Hodge. Yeah, you went first. Hodge went Facility from GoldenEye 64. Flame went Gridlock from Gears of War 3. I went Temple from Smash Bros. Series. Again, Don Otaku also chose Facility, this time from Perfect Dark, though.
well,
And-
Felicity, it's a different name. It's
Felicity, sorry.
Felicity.
Okay, I had that right. Okay, and Dust 2 from Midnight from CSGO. All right, we are 3 rounds through. We have 2 rounds left, but I just want to do a quick little halftime to show off a little thing that Hodge sent me that I know he knew that I would love, and I can't believe you got me this. This is from Kirby Air Ride, one of my favorite games of all time.
That's
I
so
absolutely
cool.
love this. This is basically City Trial right here.
Yeah, City
got-
Trials.
And I am so hyped for
For Air
Kirby
Riders?
Yeah, that was
What?
like my pie in the sky. Like I cannot like
I never even. It's not even something that I predict ever because I just never thought we would ever get a sequel to Air Ride.
I love
Is it
this
a
card.
poster?
I'm gonna frame it and put it up.
Nice.
I was gonna say you could
Um,
decorate your pure white room if you want, or you can put it wherever you
No,
want.
Yeah,
this is my
you
insanity
need
room.
some color, man. You need some color.
This is my insanity room, guys. Come on. No, Don. Right before the direct, I was talking to some of my students actually because I actually put the direct on for some of my students. We watched it because I'm a great teacher. Great core content right there. I one of my students was like, "Oh, what do you really want to see?" And I was like joking around, like, "Oh, Kirby Air Ride sequel," because I know we're gonna get that. And then it freaking happened. He just looked at me and was like,
What do you know?
just, "Yeah, what do you know?
My uncle works
Your
at
uncle work at
Nintendo.
Nintendo?"
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Hodge, I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. I'm gonna frame it and I will hang it up in my background.
There you go. Nice.
This is like freaking City Trial. I love it.
It's okay. My background is also just white. Like there's nothing on these walls.
This
What are
is
you talking
this is
about?
my
You're in the
spare
Metroid
bedroom.
Prime 4 world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's forced to sit there forever, otherwise Samus shoots him.
Yeah.
Being held hostage.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to round 4 now. We have round 4, and our topic is non-playable characters. For my students, if they call you an NPC, that means you're not. That's not cool. So yeah, I hear it a lot at school in the hallways. But yeah, so we're going with non-playable characters.
All right.
So first up,
just to get some clarification.
yes.
When we talk about NPCs, is this like literally any character that you don't play with, like including villains, bosses, everything?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they are to be if they're an NPC, let's say like you're doing I don't know. Let's say you wanted to do a character from, I don't know. I'm just gonna use this as an example. Halo 1, even though we can't do, who was an NPC but then later became playable. That's fine as long as you say it's from Halo 1.
Okay.
Like Cortana from Halo would have been a good pick if
Okay.
people didn't steal Halo, those bastards.
Yeah. Whoever
Or,
that bastard
Navi.
is.
Yeah, whoever that was.
All right.
Flame.
So, Flame, you're up. Favorite NPC. I'm really scared you're gonna steal
He's
something that I like.
He's also the bastard that stole Halo, by the way.
I'll be light on this one because I'm pretty sure no one else had this series on their picks. So, Jack of Blades from Fable 1.
Oh.
Come on!
Flame. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Anyways, so on top of being a lover of certain games out there like Warframe and everything like that, I just have to say, first and foremost, that Fable was one of those games that when I was growing up and technically didn't have a lot of friends in the area and everything like that, and a lot of different things going on, Fable was kind of one of the only games that I ever had to actually play. So it's kind of one of those things I just played over and over again, just every day after school. So that design, man, it is so iconic. It's so good. They were cooking back in the day, and man, if I ever had the body for it, I would freaking cosplay as Jack of Blades. It's so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jack of
sweet
Blades.
design. I don't remember that character.
Fable is the first Western RPG that I ever played. That's what got me. That was like my stepping stone into like Morrowind, Oblivion, and all the Elder Scrolls. And yeah, Fable 1 was a turning point for me. Jack of Blades that's still one of my favorite villains to this day. And even like, because when I first played it, I was still young. I didn't understand his story that well. But once I played like years later, and I really understood like who he was as a character, I was like, oh no, like Jack of Blades is really that guy.
Yeah, because you have the masks of all of his allies, like on like a satchel and everything. But one of the coolest details I found, considering one of the only working versions that you can find right now to this day is like the anniversary version. They actually changed his voice in Anniversary, and I never liked what they changed it to. They made him sound like a monster all the way through, even though in the original Fable he was kind of like this very nasally kind of, voice that kind of throws you off. That even though he looks like a villain, like you don't expect that from every character you come across, right? So, but now in Fable Anniversary, they just took away that surprise entirely. He sounds like a demon right from the get go. Good job, Microsoft.
I never remembered that, or because I played the Anniversary Edition when I played it later, and I didn't remember what he sounded like before. So
Yeah,
maybe I need to go back and try the original.
Yeah.
I actually have both on Steam. I don't know if the original still works though, but I'll see.
Okay. Anyways, it just ruined Don's day for I think a second or third time. So
I actually
loving
came
this.
up with a better one, so I think
Okay.
it was
Better
okay.
one.
Unless Sean steals it from me also.
I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna steal this one. I don't think anyone would have this unless I maybe unless I take the franchise from you. That might happen. All right, I'm up. I'm going with Jecht from Final Fantasy X. He is Tidus's father. He is also a legend in Xanarkand. Xanarkand.
But we haven't done Final Fantasy yet.
Yeah, I know.
He was
I
holding
have a
on to
lot.
this.
Yeah.
I was going to do Sephiroth if you hadn't done that.
I was gonna do Kefka. Well, I was like, my first thought was Kefka, but I was like, oh, Final Fantasy was already taken. Like it had to be, but now that I think about it, no, it wasn't.
So I was considering Kefka. I was also considering Jill from Final Fantasy 16. But I went with Jecht. For Final Fantasy X is up there for one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, and I think I just love the whole personality of Jecht. He comes off as very arrogant and very brash, but deep down he actually really cares for Tidus and he really cares for the people. He just doesn't want to show he doesn't want to he wants to seem like he's so cool, but in reality he is actually trying to encourage Tidus to keep moving, keep working. He also is a star blitzball player, which I love blitzball. I'm a big blitzball fan in Final Fantasy X. I know it gets a lot of hate, but if you read the Final Fantasy X Ultimanian, and you get Jecht's real story, it reveals about how he used to be really cocky and say he never practiced, but in reality, he was practicing all the time at night. He just didn't want to reveal it. He also has his weapon that he wields, and his artwork is so cool. It's like it almost is like a combination of like a Buster sword and just like a regular sword. I really like it, and I just like his personality. I like everything about him, and yeah, Final Fantasy X holds a special place in my heart. It's like that first 3D Final Fantasy game, and the story is so deep. And he was supposed to be like the big hero, and he ultimately perished and failed when he approached Sin. So I really, really like Jecht. So yeah, Jecht.
I never played it.
So good.
I played it for like an hour or two, and I was like, nah.
The first 2 hours are pretty. The first couple hours are slow. Final Fantasy X, the first few hours are slow, but I freaking love Jecht. So yeah.
All right.
I love everyone's thoughts about this. I love it.
I haven't played the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but yes, Final Fantasy is off the board. I was also considering, like I said, Kefka. I was also considering Jesse from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick too.
The remake version of Jessie is way better than the original.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in the original, she has 2 lines. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they designed her to be super
character.
hot, so they had to give her more lines.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's definitely it.
Yeah,
for a second,
much.
she was rivaling Tifa for me. I was like, hold on, Jessie might be a viable pick here.
Exactly.
Yeah. They made her good, yeah.
We all know Midnight likes Yuffie, so
Not in that way though. Relax.
No, let's not go there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to pick 3, we got Don Otaku for favorite or NPC category.
I wasn't expecting to be next. Okay.
Did I really just take everything from you, Don?
No, because I think I got a winner,
Okay.
and this is one of the. I would say this is the villain with the greatest dialogue of any video game ever.
Oh.
Gladys from Portal.
Fuck!
Damn.
Gladys from Portal. So I don't know if if you haven't played Portal, this is the greatest non-Nintendo franchise of all time, because I love Nintendo. This is the greatest. Portal 2 specifically is the greatest non-Nintendo game that I've ever played. This, gameplay aside, the dialogue in this game is some of the best ever. It's the humor is on another level of any game. I would even put it in ahead of Double Fine's games. I would put it ahead of one of the funniest games, but they're so smart about their dialogue. Gladys is basically just narrating your whole journey. She's heckling you throughout your experience in Portal 1, and kind of starts off as you're just doing experiments for her until something happens, and you realize that she is not what she claimed to be before, and the dynamic between you and Gladys, and in the second game is you, Gladys, and Wendell, I forgot his name. I think it's Wendell or something like that. The dynamic with Gladys is just so good. Her dialogue is so well thought out and so smartly written. I love Gladys. So yeah, Gladys is the NPC of the year every year.
Bro, Hodge is in shambles right now. You
Well,
guys,
to be
you
fair,
guys
I was-
have to check out the video version. Sorry, 1 second, Hodge. You have to check out the video version. When he calls out that pick, Hodge got so angry that literally his camera shaked and moved, he punched his desk. That's great.
To be fair, though, I wasn't going to pick GLaDOS. I was going to pick Wheatley.
Yeah, Wheatley, that's his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but still,
I love Wheatley too, but I just Gladys was more iconic for sure.
yeah, she's definitely the more well known. But Wheatley was so funny in the second game. His lines are hysterical, and that's why I was going to go with Wheatley over GLaDOS. But
honestly, Cave, even though we don't Cave Johnson isn't really there, Cave Johnson's dialogue throughout Portal 2 is also
J.K.
amazing.
Simmons he just nails it. He's so funny. Yeah, I need to replay Portal 2. I haven't played it
But
since
all three of those characters could have been my pick. They all three are amazing NPCs.
Yeah.
And they're
Portal.
literally the only NPCs in the game as far as voice acting goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my pick.
All right. Well, Midnight, you're up.
All right.
I'm gonna guess we're gonna get a Dragon Age character.
That is so funny because I was going to pick a Dragon Age character up until about 2 minutes ago when I remembered someone else.
Mass Effect character, then. Here we go.
Nope. You're not going to get this. So it was funny. I was going to go with, I was going to try to see if I could go with the Morrigan from Dragon Age, but that's kind of you don't play as her, but she is a party member. So she's in your party and you could kind of issue commands to her. But anyway, that's not who I'm going with. I had an epiphany. I remembered such an amazing, one of the best video game characters of all time, in my opinion. One of the best villains of all time in all of video games. No question. This person came to my mind. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity?
Voss, yeah.
Voss Montenegro from Far Cry 3, one of the best villains of all time. That monologue that he gives over there while you're tied up, where he talks about how he shot the dude in the head and then he found out later that the guy was right all along. He's like, it's not that I'm fucking crazy, okay? That's just so good, dude. He's so good in that entire game. He steals the game. I love that game. If anyone hasn't played Far Cry 3, you
Oh
need
yeah.
to fucking play Far Cry 3. It's a masterpiece. It's so fun. It's on a beautiful tropical island. Like the world is vibrant and awesome. There's cool things to do. Like the hunting is actually fun because then you can craft like a better holster and you can craft the stuff that improves your gameplay. Dude, it's so good. Voss is amazing. Citra is also amazing and kind of hot too. Like it's just an awesome game. You should play it. You should totally play it.
Well, I was gonna say,
You can definitely say Far Cry 3 is the template of modern open world games to this day. It's literally the basis of almost the formula that we call the Ubisoft formula, but like everyone uses the same formula ever since Far Cry 3. The open world with a mix of RPG elements, that is where that all started.
Well, I was gonna say, whenever it comes to Voss, he also has part of that same speech where it's like, I shot you. Like he literally like remembers that he actually did kill the main character, but he comes back to life. It's like the game is reacting to the fact that it is a game. Voss is trying to understand what is even going on and trying to understand whether he's actually crazy or it's something else. So it's like it's one of those little touches in the dialogue that just God, I love him too. So that was a great pick, man.
Yep. Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. Anyways, what a great pick by me. Obama medals. Let's get it. Hodge, can you beat that? I doubt it. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm torn between three.
I was going to go with the Foam Stars character too. I considered that, but I decided not to.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
the guy with the guy with the foam anus was a close runner up.
What now?
I am gonna go with. Let's do Sully from Uncharted.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
I like that pick too.
He's just obviously hilarious. Him and Nate's dialogue together throughout those games is perfect. He's a great character. Mark Wahlberg perfected that role. No notes. No. But yeah, so Sully, he's just a great character from a great franchise. So I'm going with him.
Well, actually, Sully's playable in the multiplayer mode of Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4, so...
Actually.
Well, yeah.
I'm kidding. That's a really good pick, actually. I really like... I think Sully is an awesome character in all four of the mainline Uncharted games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I liked his history in the third game as opposed to how they destroyed it in the movie, so...
Nate!
Oh, come on, it's Mark Wahlberg. Leave him alone.
It's funny.
Guys.
I've said this before, but the Uncharted movie, I like it despite the fact that it completely spits in the face of the lore of those games. Like, it was a fun movie, but it wasn't a good Uncharted movie. It was just a fun movie.
I don't know if people actually watched this or if people liked it if they did watch it, but I always thought the Gran Turismo movie was actually pretty good. And I always said it was better than the Uncharted movie at being as far as PlayStation movies go, I think it was actually a better.
I actually haven't watched it yet. I need to, because it did look like it was pretty decent.
It actually surprised me. I got a free early screening to go see it. And I was like, well, it's free. I guess I'll watch it. And then I was like ready to hate on it. But then I was like, oh, hold on. They actually cook here? And I was like, Neil Blomkamp actually was able to get something out of this. This is actually pretty decent. I liked it.
Nice. Yeah, I need to watch it sometime. I think it's on Netflix or something.
Yeah, I think last time I checked it was.
It's on one of the various streaming services.
Yeah.
All right, so those were our NPC characters for round 4. To recap, Lord Flame with Jack of Blades from Fable. I chose Jecht from Final Fantasy X. Don Otaku chose GLaDOS from Portal. Midnight chose Voss Montenegro from Far Cry 3. And Hodge chose Sully from Uncharted. All right. Good stuff. We're on to the final round, everybody. Final round. And the category is video game songs. So a singular song, not a whole soundtrack, but a singular song.
Let's see.
And
Foam
yes, this can be
stars
pretty difficult considering
music.
some of the great franchises are already gone. And I'm up first. And we are going to go with, I have a good one here for myself, and that is the amusement park theme from Near Automata.
Ooh, that is an awesome pick.
Yes, this is my Nier is one of the best soundtracks for any video game I've ever played. But the amusement park theme is like so. It's a combination of like eerie and unease with some type of joy though, because you feel like, oh, I'm at a carnival. This is gonna be great. But then you hear in the background, like you hear the little subtle like things of just hints of just terror, and it fits perfectly well with the design of the environment. You're running through, and you're there's these various amusement park rides. It looks like it's like half run down. It almost reminds me of like running through like a Gotham City with like at an amusement park where Joker would be. It is so eerie, yet at the same time so cheery, and that is so unique to me, and I absolutely love it. It's one of those that has been on my like just video game music playlist. There's a video on YouTube that's like a 2 hour like cut long of it, and I listen to that sometimes when I'm doing work. It's so good. But yeah, Near Automata, the amusement park theme.
Yeah, one of the soundtracks I actually love from Your Automata, if I can, is just it's Pascal's Village. That track specifically, just
That was up there too.
just the
Yeah.
chanting of the children and everything like that. It's so beautiful. I they cooked with that game entirely, like just
Oh
front
yeah,
back
definitely.
everything.
Sorry,
Alright,
I'm
that's,
literally looking and trying to think of some songs.
well, I just picked the best song here, so there we go. No, but honestly, we had so many good franchises taken off the board for music, like Legend of Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. Even
Halo.
Uncharted has some great music. Halo, oh my god, Halo has some phenomenal music. Octopath Traveler,
That's the thing.
Trials.
I had to pick two backups over the course of this in my mind because of the fact that I took Octopath Traveler because
That soundtrack
Yeah.
is fire.
I have
Yeah, what would you have
thankfully
taken from Octopath?
I have 4 games in mind, so literally it's impossible.
Yeah,
to take
I
off
have
mine.
2. I think I should be fine. There's no
Oh, you're
way
next anyway,
both. Oh, am I next?
Yeah.
all right, Don.
Oh, I'm next. Oh crap. Okay.
Real quick, I just want to shout out to the Ballin Wonderworld soundtrack, or as Midnight calls it, Ballin Wonderland.
Hey, you laugh,
Ballin.
but that music that they play whenever they dance for no apparent reason at all. That
Listen,
stuff's a banger.
I spent 80 hours in that game getting the platinum trophy, so
You are a stronger man than any of us.
yes, I remember.
He's the only one
Lord
that get it.
Cog told me I needed help at PAX East because I did it the day before PAX East started in 2023, and he told me I needed help.
You ain't wrong.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with. It was gonna be from this franchise, but I'm gonna go with specifically Xenoblade Chronicles 2
Oh my
Counterattack.
gosh, it's so good.
The counterattack song from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I was thinking of like some of the world music, but no, that counterattack is peak. So yeah, if y'all haven't heard it, just
It's a
play
banger.
it. It's
a banger, absolute banger.
and even though my second choice, even though I do not like this, I hate this franchise. I despise this franchise. Sonic has some amazing music.
Oh,
Whoa.
dude,
So
good.
City Escape or Sonic Unleashed. What is it? The night song of what is it called? I forgot the name of the stage. Cool Night, I think, or Cool something. But Yeah, Sonic has some really good music. That would have been my second. Actually, I shouldn't have told y'all that, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't have, because people are still
I forgot
waiting to
there's still-
go.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
was
and I was-
literally looking at the Sonic music as you were saying that. Now I feel like I need to pick something else now.
Oh,
Don, I was
honestly, I
considering-
expect. Never mind. I expected something else from you.
For me,
Yeah.
what were you thinking?
After you say what you say, I'll say what I thought you were going to say.
Remind me, because I'm blanking. I can't think of what I should be saying.
Well, in the meantime, Don, I was considering More Ardain at Night.
Yeah.
The soundtrack from More Ardain at Night.
That
The
was
whole
definitely one
game,
of them.
that soundtrack is so good. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I freaking love Xenoblade so much, and I cannot wait to. Hopefully, we get like a nice like whole collection on Switch 2, all
Yeah.
running at like 60 FPS or 120. That would be insane. 120 FPS would be insane. And I am one of the weird ones. I think Chronicles 2 is the best in the franchise.
I'm not gonna say the best for sure, but it definitely gets more hate than it deserves. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Uncontrollable from Chronicles X is also a really good song.
Yes. All right. Well, Midnight, you're up.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I want to pick.
All right, then I'm gonna pick for you then.
Okay, go ahead, pick for me.
All right, we're gonna go with the menu theme of Battletoads, the pause menu screen. Actually, it's pretty good.
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the remake?
The NES version. The NES
Okay, I was
version.
about to say the NES.
All right. Midnight, I'll give you a hint as to what I think you should pick. Dun 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 dun.
Oh shit!
I mean, yeah, that's a good
Yep.
pick.
You know what? I'm gonna accept that. I'll thank you for the alley oop. I'm gonna slam that home. Thanks, Hodge. Shout out to Hodge for this one here. The Skyrim theme song.
Dude, I
So
don't like
amazing.
Skyrim, and I
One
love
of the
that
best
song.
songs ever.
Yeah.
Dude, that song was so good that literally every single time on the Xbox 360 during my first playthrough anyway, whenever I would load up the game, I would sit there and listen to practically the whole song before I would actually launch into the game. Like I didn't just go into the game and start playing. I had to listen to the song because it was so fire. So good.
Feels like a requirement, like going through the terms of service now game.
Yeah, it's just it's iconic, man. I can't believe I can't believe I forgot about that. I was thinking of Sonic music. I was thinking of Persona 5 music, but I'm like, I don't know what fucking song.
I've heard Persona 5 has banger soundtracks.
Oh, the whole soundtrack is banger.
No,
Yeah,
Persona has
Definitely out of it, like Persona 5 can be it cannot be your favorite game in the franchise, but Persona 5 soundtrack is 100% the best in
Actually-
the franchise.
decent music for like working out. and stuff.
Oh, I should have chose Dance Dance Revolution songs. Dang it.
I 100% know what Hodge is about to pick.
Do you?
I know it's
Some type of
probably
Hades song.
from old gods of Asgard type shit.
No, actually, they were on my list, but no, I'm not doing an old
Okay.
Gods of Asgard song. I am
Okay,
doing the Last of Us theme.
Oh,
Okay.
It
That
has a theme.
soundtrack is a
Yeah.
masterpiece. It is one of the best game soundtracks ever. And so, yes, the Last of Us theme is what I'm going with. That acoustic guitar by whatever his name is, Gustavo Montevoglio, it's beautiful. I love that song.
It sends chills. It sends chills down my spine when I hear it.
It's so
that
good.
was from the good game, from the first one.
Yeah.
You mean
You mean the
both of them?
second
Hey,
one?
To be
That's the
fair,
actual good game.
despite my feelings on the second game, the soundtrack is just as masterful. It is a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack.
Wait, we don't like part 2 here?
I love part 2. I
think-
love it. I think
I
it's
think
better
part
than
2 is the only good Naughty Dog game since Jack and Daxter. No,
What,
stay
you
by
didn't
that.
like part 1?
I didn't like part 1. I didn't like Uncharted 1 through 4. But okay, I should
If I
say.
would have known that, I
let
would have
me-
vetoed you coming on the show.
let me
We can retroactively
rephrase
do it. Let's
this.
kick them.
I'll say gameplay wise, part 2 is the only one that, like, story wise, like all of them are amazing stories. But gameplay wise, part 2 is the only one where I was like, oh, this is they're cooking with this gameplay.
Part 2 is a masterpiece from gameplay to story. I'll end it there. And Hodge, we know your thoughts, so we're gonna move on.
That's fine.
Great pick. The theme is
That's
so
a really good
iconic.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say
feel like
I'll say my honorable mentions after Flame goes.
Yeah. Flame, you're up. Final pick of our squad.
I have to be my cliche self, or I guess my stereotypical self. Because I'm just gonna pick a song from Warframe because it's like I wanted to pick something from Persona, but it was like I don't. I feel like I have to keep on with the
Brand.
brand beyond brand. It's a it's one of the most iconic tracks from Warframe's entire soundtrack since I think it was like 2015. It's called "This Is What You Are," and it's literally the song. It's a song that plays during a very pivotal moment where the game shifts from being just the kind of like the fast-paced action and shooting and everything like that the Warframe is known for, to being like this very cinematic experience that it leans heavily to even to this day now, after God, like 9-10 years almost now. And it's just parts of that song just randomly trigger in my mind. I don't know how they ended up making something that good. But if I didn't do that, I would have picked you know, Full Moon, Full Life from Persona 3 Reload. So I'm glad I didn't pick that, I guess. But yeah.
Nice.
Right.
All right, really quickly, my honorable mentions were the song "Don't Be So Serious" by Low Roar from Death Stranding. The first time that plays, when the first time you make a descent down a mountain from where you were, and it zooms out and that song starts playing, it's one of the best moments in recent memory of games I've played. Yep, Herald of Darkness from Alan Wake 2, Take Control from Control, and one
Yep.
that's very out there, I guess, is the theme song from Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. That
Oh,
song
that's a
is
banger.
so good. It is a huge banger. So those are my honorable mentions that I didn't go with, obviously.
For me,
I had an honorable mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was from the Wii U Xenoblade X Chronicles to just
Yeah.
X. The trailer, like this trailer song, is so iconic. It's like "Let's fight to live it up." I don't know. I linked it in the thing. It's so fire, dude. It's just an amazing song. Yeah, that song. Even though I never played the game, I still remember this song from 11 years ago from a random trailer at Nintendo E3.
Nice.
Speaking of trailer music, the January presentation for the Switch, when the last trailer that they did for Breath of the Wild, the song
Oh.
that they played in that trailer, they never actually put it in the game, but that score was some of the best Zelda music you could ever hear. Some of my honorable mentions, what's it called? Persona 5, obviously the initiative song. I forget what it's called, but I honestly don't remember most of the titles, so I have to look them up. But also I was gonna go back to Mega Man X, the song from the Armored Armadillo stage.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That one
That's
is
a good
pretty
one.
peak. Also, I can take a lot from the Mega Man X. Like the first song you hear in the first stage, that song is iconic. And then Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the what is it? Is it also called Counterattack, or like you're on the pursuit? The pursuit music. That music is also iconic. So those were some of my choices.
I'll just
Yeah,
give
I
a
have a
real.
couple.
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Oh, I was gonna say I have a couple. Dire Dire Ducks from Super Mario 64.
Oh, bro.
That just hits.
Damn, I just
Delfino Plaza from Sunshine absolutely hits. Yeah, just so much
You-
Mario music is just so
I was
good.
you just brought aquatic ambience from Donkey Kong Country.
Oh my gosh, that's such a slap. Oh my god, that is so
The water music
such
in
good study
Nintendo
music.
games are just so
Yes.
good for some reason.
Yeah.
I got two honorables real quick. One, all the songs that play in Death Stranding as you're approaching the depots, they come on. It's just fire, the vibes. And then two, for a brand new game that I'm literally playing right now, the music in South of Midnight
South of
has been
Midnight,
Oh
incredible.
yeah.
Oh my
it's
god.
great
I
song.
don't know how far you are, but there are two of the boss themes in particular. They're so good. Well, technically all three of the like actual bosses. I'm not going to get into that, but it's like all three of them, like Tuto Tom and the other two after that. Those tracks in particular are just incredible. I have
Very
no
good.
idea how they came up with
Yeah.
them. So good.
Yeah, that Louisiana blues sound is so. I mean, I love country music, so it hits right home for me. But yeah, that Southern blues theme that game has is so good.
Also, Metal Gear Solid, the main theme.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't even like.
Warriors and Valor metaphor. The first strike music when you get the initiative with the chanting. That song is
The
also,
Gregorian rap. There we go. I
yes,
like it.
that one
Dude,
is
video
also,
game music just rocks.
there's too many to pick from, honestly.
We could do a whole squad of just video game music.
Yeah.
Miracle Groovin' from the Foam Stars soundtrack.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
I feel like there's some lore here I should be aware of.
Splatoon.
No, this is a brand new thing.
Brand new
Midnight is
lore.
just obsessed with foam stars this episode for some reason.
Yeah, because it's so good. I've never played it, but it's so good. I'm sure.
Just woke up and thought I have to start hating this game. Love it.
No, not hating, loving it.
Loving it. Gotcha.
Well, that was Squad, everybody. To recap, all of us are just gonna recap our little squad that we have. So I will start with my squad. I have for box art Trails of Cold Steel 4, single player level/mission The Lost City from Crash Bandicoot 1, multiplayer map Temple from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, NPC Jekt from Final Fantasy X, and song Amusement Park Theme from Nier Automata. Flame.
Well, box art was. Sorry, hold on. Like, I actually. I got lost in the sauce, my bad. One second.
You had Octopath Traveler 2.
Yeah, it was Octopath Traveler for box art. Obviously, the mission was Exodus from Halo Reach. The multiplayer map Gridlock from Gears of War 3. The non-playable character, or villain in this case, was Jack Blades. And the music was on brand for me. Something from Warframe, This Is What You Are. I really recommend listening to it because it's something so ethereal and good. I don't use that term very often to describe something. So, but yeah, this was a great time.
All right, Hodge, recap your team.
Yeah, really quick. I don't know anything about Warhammer. I've never really cared, but Space Marine 2 is an awesome game. I play that with my buddies all the time. It's so much fun. But
It's Warframe. Warframe.
You please Warframe.
Oh, Warframe. Sorry, I don't even know the difference, so my bad.
No, you're fine. They both have war in the beginning. It's
yeah. My B. My favorite box art was Bioshock Infinite's alternate cover. Single player mission or level was Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64. Multiplayer map was Facility from GoldenEye 64. NPC is our buddy Sully from Uncharted. And my favorite song, or the best song, is The Last of Us theme from The Last of Us.
All right. Great picks there. Midnight, you're up.
Yeah, so my box art was Avowed. Single player mission was All Gillied Up from COD 4. Multiplayer map was Dust 2 from the Counter-Strike series, Counter-Strike Global Offensive in particular, but whatever. NPC was Voss from Far Cry 3, the best villain ever, one of them. And the song, thanks to Hodge, Skyrim theme song from obviously Skyrim. Amazing.
All right, and last but not least, Don Otaku, bring it home.
All right, so box art was the legendary Kingdom Hearts 1 cover. Single player level was Stone Tower from Majora's Mask, the dungeon. Multiplayer was
Perfect art.
Perfect. Oh yeah, it was Felicity from Perfect Dark, remake of GoldenEye's Facility. Thanks for the alley-oop, Hodge, on that one.
Everyone.
The next one. What was the next one?
NPC
was GLaDOS. GLaDOS from Portal. And then the soundtrack was Counterattack Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
All right. Well, those are our squads. Audience, you can vote who had the best squad. I really suggest checking out the video version of this. Having all 5 of you guys here, it was awesome. Some great reactions from people, especially when Flame was stealing a lot of franchises from folks. Overall, this was a great time. I really and really glad you guys could join us. Dawn, you want to plug some of your stuff, and then Flame, you want to plug some of your stuff?
Oh yeah, so appreciate you for having me on. This was an amazing time. I'm gonna be going right into my own podcast after this, but you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeet F3ET. Don't ask about that; it's not important.
I'm gonna DM you after
Um,
the show. I need to know the
and you can also find me on twitch.tv/Don Solo SOLOW, where I play random games on Mondays and Tuesdays, depending on my mood. But you can find me on YouTube, Don Otaku, OTAKU, where I not only do the Dual Wheel Gaming podcast with my co-host of Bagels, but I also have a live show on Saturdays that is Project Entitled Gaming Podcast, working title, which is actually inspired by Project Octopath Traveler working title. That's where I got the inspiration for that, for some lore there. But that one is a huge cast of my friends, like all the way from middle school, like most of them going all the way back to middle school, where we just discuss gaming news and everything. But the difference is that we have an eclectic cast from the casuals who only play Call of Duty and Valorant, all the way to the hardcore gamers such as myself, who is, you know, the greatest gamer of all time. No, I'm just kidding. But we have a very wide array of, as far as, I guess, I don't want to say like levels of gamer, but like what we like, what we dislike, our tastes, how much we actually keep up with gaming news, because for the most part they don't actually keep up with what's going on in the industry, and they have a very different view of certain things when it comes to gaming news. So I do like Project Untitled because it is very different from a lot of the podcasts that I hear. So yeah, make sure y'all check that out if y'all can.
It's a great time. I've listened. It's a really good time. It's
It's
enjoyable. It's
very,
very different than
very,
I've ever
yeah,
listened to before.
very R-rated. So don't let they get pretty wild on there. So
Yeah, I don't play this at school. Do not play
yeah,
this in
definitely
front of
not
my
at school.
students. Yeah, not in front of my students. Flame, you're up. Plug your stuff.
Oh, I got a lot less to plug because I only have a Twitter and I just slave away at the keyboard. But on Twitter, or X, sorry, I am at Living Ignis, just the one word, and I bounce between 2 different sites, lordsgaming.net and level1gaming.com, and occasionally do freelancing work for a site like Windows Central. It's been a bit since then, but I'm looking for more work. But it's slow right now. But can't blame anybody for that, you know. But thank you for having me on. It's been a great time, Sean.
Oh, thanks for joining us, guys. You guys have been great.
I
Midnight
guess
Hodge.
I was gonna say, I guess I forgot to plug that I also write for lordsofgaming.net. If y'all want to read my latest Nintendo Switch 2 content on there.
Yeah, he's our dedicated Nintendo writer. It's actually good to have one of those.
Nice.
Nice. Hodge, you want to go?
Sure.
Last words.
My name's Hodge. You can find me on Twitter. I don't really tweet much. I just kind of post the LSM fantasy stuff here and there, and I retweet this podcast. So I'm not a very interesting follow, but you are welcome to follow me, HodgeBaba57, and that's all I got.
That's your final thoughts for the episode? Okay.
Oh, the final thought. I thought we were doing plug shit. No, it was fun. I liked playing this game. We'll definitely have to do this more with just kind of do 5 different topics each time. Would be a whole lot of fun. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm happy to have you guys on. It was nice to meet you guys. Obviously, I didn't know you before now, but now we're BFFs, and you're invited to my wedding that I'm not having. So
I'll bring the tux next time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. My final thoughts. Good stuff. Good stuff, Sean. Great idea with this. This was a lot of fun. Glad we did this. Listeners, you have to let us know in the comments on the YouTube who won overall. Also, if you want to, you can just go like by category. You could say like for the box art, I think Hodge had the best, and for single player, Midnight had the best. Whatever. You could do that too. Do whatever you want. Let us know though. We want some feedback. We want to know who won because we have no way of really judging this and determining that I won. So let us know, guys. And but it was fun. It was nice meeting Don and Flame. It was nice meeting both of you. You guys are both cool. You're welcome back anytime. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. Make sure you guys subscribe to my new OnlyFans as well. I'm going to put that in the description, and that's about it.
You can catch Midnight on Twitch streaming Foam Stars all day, every day.
All day, every day, baby.
Every day.
Going for rank 1.
Getting foamy with the homies, as they say.
Oh yeah, foamy with the homies. I love it.
Oh my god. All right, everyone. Let's all say bye.
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 Wash your hands, people. It's dirty out there.